Both squads out on the floor. Public address announcer issuing the nomenclature as we get ready for the finale of what has been a thrilling and very entertaining set of games here at the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV. Welcome, Marty Cesario, alongside Kevin Schaefer, Jacob Reyes, and Jeremy Weathers. This is the final game, the fourth of four. We've already enjoyed three. Valor, Sierra, Lewis Palmer, they're already through. They have dates in Boulder in the Final Four in the Colorado Class 4A High School Boys Basketball Championship Tournament. The final entry, we're going to find out in, at the least, 4 quarters. We've got the upstart 6 seed Golden Demons playing on their home turf. The high school gym is just a short bike ride, quick skate away against the Broomfield Eagles, who had to travel maybe 10 miles to the west from Broomfield County to get to here. Broomfield is a top seed taking on these Golden Demons. Broomfield's record for this season under Coach Terrence Dunn, 24-1, 11-0, the Northern League champs. Their only loss, a 63-51 defeat in a tournament game up at Fairview High on December 7th to Fountain Fort Carson. The Trojans eventually becoming a Class 5A Sweet 16 squad. Since that loss, the Eagles on a 21-game win streak. The Golden Demons, topsy-turvy, up and down, herky-jerky all the way through. 17-9, 6-4 in the 4A Jeffco League. They finished in 5th place in 4A Jeffco. Started 2-5, then went on a 7-game win streak. Then lost 5 of 7 games. Won a couple of consolation games in the Jeffco Conference Tournament at the end of the season. And now have won a total of 5 in a row and are at this point as a 6 seed here in the Grade 8 with a chance to go to the Final Four for the first time since the 2004-05 season. Looking at the starting lineups, beginning with the 1 seed, Broomfield High School. Nick Andorano will wear number 3 for the guys in white with the blue trim, a 6'3 senior. Austin Wood, another starter, wearing number 10, also a senior. Spencer Reeb, a junior, standing 6'5. Colin Johnson, wearing 32, a 6'1 senior. And Brandon Little, a 6'1 senior, wearing number 35 for Broomfield, again coached by Terrence Dunn. For the Golden Demons, under Coach John Anderson, who I had a moment with, and yeah, the intensity's on his face. He knows what the moment is. He got the game face on, and we just left it at that. No words. His starters, number 3, Jordan Johnson, a 5'10 senior. Nate Hill, a very talented 6-foot senior, playing the guard. Leonard Holland, a 6'3 senior, has the hops and will fight for rebounds. And then the twins that work so well around the lane, Austin Ricard, a 6'5 junior, along with Brad Chaco, their leading scorer, a 6'4 junior. And we're underway as Spencer Reeb gets the basketball and Austin Wood begins the half-court set for the Broomfield Eagles. Again, wearing the white, the B on the backside of the jersey, the blue trim. The Golden Demons wearing black with maroon and white trim and very cool-looking maroon socks. Broomfield taking their time, working it around. Kicking it back out to Austin Wood, who goes through the lane and finds an open man for a three-point shot. That was Brandon Little. The shot no good, and you hear the reaction from Golden. Again, we're basically on campus for Golden. Whole lot of folks here wearing maroon and black, and you can hear them right now. Broomfield, not so quiet either. As a three-point shot, off and good for Nate Hill. First points on the board for the Golden Demons. They're up 3-love as we have things underway. The finale at the Grade 8 events at the Colorado School of Mines. Outside, open three-point shot. Missed by Austin Wood. And coming up the floor, there's Jordan Johnson, who will play the point position. That was Ricard with the ball fake. Don't be surprised if he takes that shot. Coach Jan Anderson has a talented group of very versatile kids that are all around 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", and then there's the point guard Jordan Johnson that I just mentioned. There's one of them, Chaco, on the drive. Virtually uncontested, but too strong off the backboard and on the run the other way. There goes Broomfield on the drive all the way through. Will he get? Yes, he will. The soft touch. And it falls through. That is the point guard, Austin Wood, with 2 on the board for Broomfield. Down underneath. There's Chaco. Not going to miss this time. Brad Chaco, averaging 14 a game. Well-balanced unit offensively in terms of scoring productivity for Golden High. So Chaco's got 2 points. You can see the far side. Those are the Golden community's crazy group of kids jumping up and down. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound for Jordan Johnson. Those are the bleacher creatures on the far side for Golden. As you see, 3-point shot. I hinted at it on a previous possession. There he was with the release. Austin Ricard with a 3 and an 8-2 lead for Golden High School. Outside there, Brandon Little goes to the inside. He was looking for a cutter. That was Colin Jensen. Miscommunication, ball out of bounds, tipped by a Golden defender. Therefore, Broomfield will keep possession. First substitution for Coach Dunn. Coming in, Dan Purse will be very effective junior coming off the bench. Evan Kinn also on the floor, number 15, standing up top on the right side of your screen. The drive through and the kick back outside. Good defense by Nate Hill. Eventually the steal attempted for Austin Ricard. Nice read, anticipating the passing lane. But Wood ends up with the basketball there. He is setting up top for Broomfield. We expect both squads to be very patient. As I said that, the release from about 25. Austin Wood, front of the rim, bounces off a Broomfield Eagle. Ball out of bounds, possession Golden Demons. Here comes Jordan Johnson, again, who will handle the basketball primarily on the defensive end. Jordan also many times gets the responsibility of guarding the best offensive player of the opponent. Ricard hints at taking that shot from the outside. Undecisive once he gets in the air, but the pick from the backside, Nate Hill, forces a little bit of chaos and a man down on the floor. Evan Kinn ends up on the deck. Broomfield will keep the basketball, and actually a foul called. First team foul against Golden. As Austin Wood sets up, comes over to the near side, and up top there's Evan Kinn. Driving around, Nick Orangato, and eventually the rebound for Nate Hill. The rebound will credit to Leonard Holland. Hill brought it up, and now we've got Ricard up top. Johnson hanging in the far right-hand corner. You cannot see him on the screen, so that's why you see Nate Hill handling the basketball, working it around on the weave with Ricard. Shoots to the outside. He'll take that shot. There's an open 3 look. Count that bucket. It's good for Leonard Holland. 4 starters in the scoring column for Golden High School. 3 3-point makes and an 11-2 early lead for the Golden Demons. As you see the outside 3-point shot, nice counter for Spencer Reeb with a 3. Johnson working off the dribble, back outside. There's Chaco, over to Ricard. Attempted trap by Broomfield's defense, leaving open space, but a turnover. Here comes Evan Kinn. He gets the ball up in the air. Strong rebound, Nate Hill. Jordan Johnson will bring it up and settle down before he gets to the half-court line. Careful, watch the time, gets it across. Now we're going to set up for Nate Hill, working off the dribble behind the back. Good defense on ball by Evan Kinn. Pretty good job there as Austin Wood comes up, stops, and he pops. The release is true. And now Golden on a little 5-0 mini run to slim their deficit to 4. As you see, the score is 11-7. So defenders coming up on the perimeter to challenge dribblers. Jordan Johnson open alone off the front of the rim and then the backboard. Leonard Holland with the attempted rebound. Ball bounces out of bounds. We'll have a couple of check-ins. Tyler Olson on the floor for Golden, the 5'10 junior. Gage Parker also has checked in, a 6'1 senior for Coach Anderson. Austin Wood handling the offense for Broomfield up top. They get to the inside, look to the pass over on a wing, cutting in. Mishandled, but eventually corralled by the Eagles. Bounce pass to the inside. Wood trying to find Kinn. Another miscue, ball out of bounds, turnover. We pause for substitutions. Now we've got Jordan Johnson bringing it up. Evan Kinn's going to meet him even before the half-court timeline. Ooh, near steal for Brandon Little. So as Golden works that spread weave, the Eagles defenders perhaps starting to anticipate the rhythm of that offense to where you saw a near steal by Brandon Little. See if Coach Anderson and Golden make adjustments, perhaps on this possession. Careful. Kinn close. That would have been far. Taking their time, working the corners. And the steal does occur. That's Brandon Little. Now we've got a little bit of chaos in the middle of the floor. Leonard Holland ends up with the basketball, and now we get more of the same after all that, right? There's Ricard. Right side step, releases. Doesn't hit anything. So we've had a 2.5 minute moment of time here where we have an N80 points put on the board. We're under 20 to play, and Broomfield indicating this is going to be the last possession for anybody in this quarter. And then we're going to see the hoist from deep to the outside. The rebound, the long rebound, and a tip-in by an opponent. Very fortunate for Broomfield. A guy in a white jersey didn't tip that in. No, it was a Golden Demon. That'll be points on the board for Broomfield. After dropping behind 11-2, the Eagles have scored the next 7 and finish off the quarter with just a 2-point deficit, and that's what you see right now. You are watching the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV.
He wasn't looking for a roommate, not even a four-legged one. But good things have a way of turning up. Wasn't long till they realized how much they relied on each other. There's power in a great relationship. That's why we take time to get to know each of our customers personally. Like Henry and Chance. Those relationships are the strength of our community bank. And that's the way banking should be.
The Grade 8 on CHSAA TV. 2-point lead for Golden. Jumped out on top 11-2. Next 7 points collected by the Broomfield Eagles. The Grade 8 on CHSAA TV brought to you in part by Bank of Colorado. Enjoy the difference a family-run bank deeply rooted in Colorado can make in your life and community. They still believe in personal banking relationships. Bank of Colorado, distinctly different and distinctively Colorado the way banking should be. Bring it up the floor for Golden in the black jerseys, in case you just joined us. In the white jerseys, blue trim, Broomfield Eagles, a 1 seed. Golden, a 6 seed. Ricard on the drive, called for the traveling violation. Shifting his feet on that first step, which is dangerous and explosive, but in this case, draws a whistle, and that'll be a turnover. Eagles now will have a chance to tie this ball game up. Again, it's Golden who is playing the Cinderella seed, coming through as a number 6 seed. Broomfield a number 1. Steal by Nate Hill coming down. Will we get the jam? Yes, we do. Two-hand and down. Nate Hill with the stuff. And a 4-point lead for Golden. See how Broomfield reacts. Golden bringing up the pressure. Shot from the inside at the free throw line. No good. Strong rebound up in the air. Leonard Holland. A couple of the Demons now finding their hops, elevating. The little more emphasis. And a whistle blow to stop play. I've called a couple of Golden Demons basketball games. That's why I could anticipate what Nate Hill was going to do and how he would perhaps finish. And I got what I wanted just as a pure basketball fan. I don't tilt either way towards any squad. Actually, I enjoy both these programs. And there's Nate Hill up the gut once again. So a couple of buckets in a row from Nate Hill. Has the Golden Demon lead up to 6. And a nice answer. Dan Purse, the very, very talented reserve, gets 2 on the board to answer what Nate Hill has produced the last couple of possessions for Golden. Coach John Anderson is running the spread offense throughout the first couple of quarters. Jordan Johnson from way downtown. He hits the 3. Johnson's first points of the game from 24 feet. And a 7-point spread in favor of Golden. Again, credit the Eagles. They've answered both times where the crowd has had a chance to elevate and put their hands together and start to get behind their Golden Demons with a nice lead. Broomfield has come back down and scored. Purse with another bucket. That's 2 in a row for him. Outside shot from Hill. Being contested by Nick Angarado. And you know the protocol at a basketball game. You don't hit anything, you get that chant. It ain't hating. It's just the truth. And as I say again, we've got 2 basketball programs and communities behind them that are extremely passionate. And that I've always enjoyed. Love doing Golden games and Broomfield games. Outside shot, 3-point, no good. Rebound, Nate Hill. Ricard looking down the court, too strong over the head of Jordan Johnson. Keeping it alive, and nice hustle on the part of Leonard Holland. And then a smart, intuitive act on the part of the senior Jordan Johnson. Calls timeout as he was about to lean and fall out of bounds. That'll be Golden basketball. And a timeout called by Johnson for Coach Anderson, and Golden with a 5-point lead for the Demons. Golden, I have mentioned, has come through with a 17-9 record. Still remarkable. As the 6th seed, they finished 5th place in their league. 5th place in the 4A Jeffco League. And they've just enjoyed a remarkable run. How they got here. Golden beat the 11 seed Fort Lupton in the first round. They did not get the bye, the Demons. Then topped the Windsor Wizards, last year's state runner-up, 66-58. Then took care of business against fellow league rival Evergreen. 11-point win, 52-41, down in the Springs at Coronado High School to get to this point to take on Broomfield. The Broomfield Eagles, I have mentioned, 24-1 on the season. Northern League champs, won 21 straight since losing at the Fairview Festival in December to Fountain Forks Carson, a Class 5A Sweet 16 team. Broomfield did enjoy a bye through the first round, then beat Widefield by 10. Wasan 74-59, and he got here. Now they're taking on Golden. Trying to keep that streak alive and move on to the Final Four. Ricard from the outside with a three-point shot with a man in his face. He is true from downtown. Ricard with another three, his second of the game. Drive down through the hole, miss. Fighting for the basketball, that's Spencer Reeb. He gets the two, and he'll get rewarded with a free throw. Reeb with 9 points a game for Coach Dunn's Broomfield Eagles. He's got 5 here in the second quarter, now 6. 5-point lead, Golden. Jordan Johnson coming up, and now pressure applied on ball by Austin Wood. Trap. Golden gets out of it. Johnson up top still with Wood in his face. Nice bounce pass through, elevating and hitting the shot with the left. There's Nate Hill. Hill having a strong first half. He now has 9 through 2 quarters. Trying to drive through Evan Kinn. Ball tipped, but then Kinn got his hands on it once again and goes out of bounds. He was the last man to touch it, so it'll be Golden basketball. So with Wood playing tight to Johnson, Johnson gives it up to Hill, and now Jordan Johnson, his feet so close to that half-court line, eventually gets over to Hill for a deep outside shot, front of the rim. A little short on that, and here comes Austin Wood. He's going to take that three-point shot, left wide open. Look at the hops on Austin Ricard, trying to get to the basketball. Evan Kinn. Both hands on it. That's going to be a foul called. Perhaps a lesson to Austin Ricard. Look good and strong getting the basketball. Don't bring it down because they're going to go for it. Nearly a jump ball situation. Not the case, though. Second team foul called against Broomfield. Neither squad in trouble with fouls. We haven't heard a lot of whistles. Good clean play. Wood tries to reach around, as does Kinn. Golden works it around to Ricard. Post position set up by Chaco, asking for it, eventually gets it, kicks it back out. Ricard's got it. Now I've got a charging foul. Away from the basketball, Evan Kinn makes up for the turnover on the other end, draws a whistle. So Golden with the 7-point lead. They started with a run of 8 consecutive points to go ahead 11-2 early in the first. Broomfield answered with 7 consecutive points to get within 2 at the end of 1. Nice strong move to the interior. Evan Kinn with his first points on the board. Evan Kinn with his first field goal, and now that trims the lead for Golden down to 5, and now a turnover. So Keene not only getting the field goal, but that's 2 possessions in a row where it's been Keene who's been the one to draw whistles. With guys moving around without the basketball, a little out of control. Keene ends up on the floor, the whistle's blown, and it's a turnover. Wood shoots it to the outside. Angarado trying to make some things happen in the lane. He's tapped a bit, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. See, is that Evan Keene? He's got his head in the game. A lot of passion from him trying to collect his Eagles, but Broomfield setting up as Dan Purse is back out there on the far side of the lane. First free throw attempt from Angarado. Now he's in the scoring column, first point of the game. Angarado, a 6'3" senior, the leading scorer through the season for a very balanced attack for Broomfield. Front of the rim and bounces around, eventually rebound for Ricard. So just 1 out of 2 for Angarado. And we're at 23-19. Ball goes out of bounds. Chaco can't handle it, too strong with the pass into Chaco. That'll be a turnover. And here comes Evan Keene. Wood. Back to Angarado for the three-point shot. Careful now. Here comes Angarado. Leading scorer at 12.5 a game. Again, balanced attack for Broomfield. Everybody gets a chance to be productive. But that outside shot from Angarado brings Broomfield within 2. Now as Keene comes up, the Eagles have a chance to take the lead, and they do. The oop from Keene. Double pump fist to the chest with the oop to Dan Purse. First lead of the game for the Broomfield Eagles. An 8-0 run has put the Eagles up top and over the 6th seed Golden Demons. Under 2 to play in the half. Ricard to the inside. Finger roll, touched every part of the rim and didn't go down. That had to hurt. Here comes Austin Wood working against Johnson. He's through. Purse. Tempted trap from Ricard. Purse makes a cut. What a beautiful feed from Evan King. 2 nice dishes, and you know I relish those from Evan Keene, who's having himself a nice ball game. So Purse has 8 points in the game. Making the cut, staying alive, gets the basketball, puts it in a 3-point lead. The run now 10-0 for Broomfield. After being down by 7 points, 23-16, not very long ago. We're now at 1 minute to play in the first half. Johnson gets picked by Austin Wood. The drive on the break. It's good. It's a 12-0 run. 5-point lead Broomfield. Nate Hill settles down. One possession. We'll see. 40 to play in the quarter and the half. Chaco inside. Soft touch. Chacho now with 4 points. Hasn't scored since early in the first quarter. Kind of a dual point man setup for Broomfield. Keene giving way to Austin Wood again. Wood gets to the inside, a little off balance. Are we going to have a final desperation attempt? That's not going to happen, but that's okay for Broomfield. After falling behind 23-16, suffering a 7-point deficit, a 10-love run by the Broomfield Eagles, led specifically by the guards Evan Keene and Austin Wood. 1 bucket by Brad Chacho, and that's where we're at. 3-point lead, top seed Broomfield, up on the number 6 seed Golden Demons. We'll have more of the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV. Halftime report on the way here on CHSAA TV.
I'm ready to switch over to Farm Bureau Auto Insurance.
Great.
Wait, my old insurance agent is offering me a safe driver discount if I stay.
We got you down for that.
And a multi-line discount.
That too. You know, some insurance companies don't give you your discounts until you try to switch, whereas we give you all the discounts you qualify for automatically.
Awesome. Done.
Hey, hi.
Your old agent?
Yeah.
Awkward.
Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance.
Be an actor, writer, or scientist. With small class sizes and caring faculty, your great story begins here. Adams State College offers state-of-the-art classrooms and an adventure program that rocks your world. Our affordable tuition and close campus community enriches the lives of a diversity of students.
Helping you, inspiring you to be your very best. Adams State College. Great stories begin here.
He wasn't looking for a roommate, not even a four-legged one. But good things have a way of turning up. Wasn't long till they realized how much they relied on each other. There's power in a great relationship. That's why we take time to get to know each of our customers personally. Like Henry and Chance. Those relationships are the strength of our community bank. And that's the way banking should be.
Halftime in the final game at the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV at the Colorado School of Mines, brought to you in part by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. They can handle your auto, home, and life insurance needs locally with agents throughout the state. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance. Broomfield with a 10-0 run at the back end of the second quarter after being down 23-16. Brad Chacho hits a shot for Golden to slim that lead to just 3, but the Broomfield Eagles certainly being handled very well by the Golden Demons for a while there, have come back and have a 3-point lead, as you can see on the scoreboard there. Checking the scoring columns for each squad through 2 quarters of play. Leading the Broomfield Eagles with 8 points off the bench. Certainly in a very active role. Dan Purse, the junior, with 8. Spencer Reeb, 1 3-pointer and a field goal plus a free throw, has a total of 6. Austin Wood, a couple of field goals, including a nice steal during that 10-0 run, has 4 points, as does Nick Angarato, including 1 3-point make. Evan Keene with a 2 for Broomfield and a total of 28 unofficially. For the Golden Demons, leading the way, Nate Hill opened real strong. Has 1 3-pointer, 3 field goals, a total of 9 to lead his Golden squad. Austin Ricard with 6, both coming off all 6 points coming off of a pair of 3-pointers. Brad Chacho with 4, Leonard Holland with 3, point guard Jordan Johnson with 3 points, a total of 25. So that's where we're at. So again, Golden coming out strong, giving plenty of reason for all the Demons faithful, including the bleacher creatures in the stands. Reason to celebrate for quite a while, and then that 10-0 run at the back end of the second quarter provides Broomfield with the lead. We're at 28-25, as you can see. Number 1 seed Broomfield on top of number 6 Golden. We'll walk you up to the second half in just a few moments here on the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV.
Be an actor, writer, or scientist. With small class sizes and caring faculty, your great story begins here. Adams State College offers state-of-the-art classrooms and an adventure program that rocks your world. Our affordable tuition and close campus community enriches the lives of a diversity of students.
Helping you, inspiring you to be your very best. Adams State College. Great stories begin here.
He wasn't looking for a roommate, not even a 4-legged one. But good things have a way of turning up. Wasn't long till they realized how much they relied on each other. There's power in a great relationship. That's why we take time to get to know each of our customers personally. Like Henry and Chance. Those relationships are the strength of our community bank. And that's the way banking should be.
I'm ready to switch over to Farm Bureau Auto Insurance.
Great.
Wait, my old insurance agent is offering me a safe driver discount if I stay.
We got you down for that.
And a multi-line discount.
That too. You know, some insurance companies don't give you your discounts until you try to switch, whereas we give you all the discounts you qualify for automatically.
Awesome. Done.
Hey, hi.
Your old agent?
Yeah.
Awkward.
Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance.
Imagery. Makes me look bigger if there's more of a crowd. Yeah, I could. It's close now for me to take a picture. You can check that out on my Facebook page? Yeah, right. Welcome back to the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV. Thank you so much for what I assume is your intention to join us for the second half. As you can see over on the left side of the scoreboard on your screen are the bleacher creatures. Nice look at them jumping up and down. Certainly had a lot of reason to celebrate early on as Golden jumped out ahead with an 11-2 lead. Eventually stretched that to 21-13 and then 23-16, a 7-point advantage in the second quarter. Then a 12-0 run in the second quarter from Broomfield has put the Eagles up going into the half and now coming into the second half with a 28-25 lead. We're looking for the final entry in the Class 4A Final Four, a date to get to Boulder at the CU Event Center for the Final Four next weekend. Sierra, Lewis Palmer, Valor Christian already through. CHSAA TV also presenting to you Class 5A, Grade 8 action at the Denver Coliseum. Arapahoe, Highlands Ranch, and Rangeview already into the Final Four. A halftime score in their finale over at the Coliseum. Chaparral handling Columbine 41-25 at the half. But here we are in 4A action. Broomfield with the basketball to start things off in the third quarter. Driving through. Did you see that pass? Austin Wood with the spin in the air between his legs and the give. Eventually the score for Broomfield, who have now taken a 5-point lead. I'm going to give credit to that for Nick Angarado with the score. Outside shot. Austin Ricard gets his 8th point of the game with a field goal from the outside. Along the baseline. Here's a 3-point shot coming for Broomfield. Front of the glass. Hits the front of the rim. Bounces. Spencer Reed pleads his case. He's not going to win with the art of persuasion. Referee giving the basketball to Golden as Nate Hill brings it up the floor. Demons down 2, a 6 seed, trying to upend a number 1 seed in Broomfield. Working it inside to Chacho. Nice spin move. Hey, that was strong. Just a little too strong off the glass. Hit that backside of the front of the rim and out. Open look for Austin Wood. Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. The 3 is good for Austin Wood, who was so critical in that 12-0 run. Now, run down the floor, behind the back pass, and a dunk! Did you enjoy the jam from Nick Angarado in Broomfield, now up 8? Two pretty passes from Austin Wood early in the third quarter. Both converted into field goals in most exciting fashion. Nick Angarado streaking along the lane, coming in through the wing with the stuff, and an 8-point lead now for Broomfield. Things have changed. Again, Golden was up mid-second quarter, 23-16. Now it's an 8-point lead for the Eagles as Nate Hill sends it up top to Leonard Holland, trying to work off the dribble. Good defense. Colin Jensen. There's Ricard up against Angarado. Elevates, gets the shot off. Follows the shot, and Austin Woods all alone. He's streaking for a fast break bucket. And the finger roll. It's good. Largest lead of the game for either squad, and a timeout for Coach Anderson and the Golden Demons. The lead is double digits now for Broomfield at 37-27. Eagles in white feeling good. The Grade 8 on CHSAA TV, brought to you in part by Adams State College. Working adults can earn that bachelor's degree without interrupting home or work life. Study online with Adams State's Distant Learning. Convenient programs in more than 20 areas of study. Visit the website, adams.edu. Adams.edu. Marty Cesario, alongside Kevin Schaefer, Jacob Reyes, Jeremy Weathers, on campus at the Colorado School of Mines in Golden for the finale of the set of 4 games that we've thoroughly enjoyed. The Grade 8 Class 4A boys hoops. 10-point lead for Broomfield. The winner of this contest will take on Sierra, Wesley Gordon and his group. An exciting win over the Devlin Jaguars in Game 2, final 65-63. The other finals in Valor Christian, a 1-point thrilling victory over the Kennedy Commanders, 53-52. And in Game 3, Lewis Palmer, no problem, convincing comfort victory over Pueblo Central, 72-46. Here, double-digit lead once again for Broomfield. Golden with the basketball, Nate Hill in the corner. Tries to give it on the bounce pass to Chacho. Poked out of bounds by Purse. Johnson will inbounds. Golden will retain possession. Chacho up top. And a steal by Angarado. Looking around. Probing. Gets to the inside. Way to use his body. Gets it to drop through with the lay-in and one. Draws the foul. Angarado erupting now. And if you heard and were listening carefully, you can hear the chants from the Broomfield crew. Angarado. They'll probably do it again if he converts the conventional three. Angarado, too strong? No. Hits a sweet part of the back of the rim there. And it comes back and in. So that's good. Angarado now with 9 points in the game. A 13-point lead for the Broomfield Eagles. Near steal, not the case. 3-point shot attempt from the outside. Ricard, no good. Strong rebound, way up high goes Dan Purse. And here comes Austin Wood. All the way down coast to coast. They leave it open, and he gets it up. No, the follow. Who's that underneath? Brandon Little. They retain possession. Angarado, no good. 3 shots. Golden escapes with the basketball. Here comes Nate Hill. Little checking him up top. Over to Johnston. The bounce pass stolen away by Purse. No, eventually it gets back up to Johnson. The long 3-point attempt, no good. What a huge rebound. Elevate, my friend, Leonard Holland. First time he scored in quite a while. That stops a 10-love run by Broomfield. The lead is 11 for the Eagles. Austin Wood in a little bit of trouble. He finds a man, a little scoop pass. Can't be converted there by Brandon Little. So 10-0 run in the third. Brought the lead up to 13. Hollins scored. Demons made a stop defensively. Now turned it over on the offensive end. And the Eagles back out there, inbounding, or sending in the inbounds pass to start things off. We haven't heard from Evan Keene in a while. He was, along with Wood, extremely pivotal in that 12-0 run at the back end of the second quarter. Keene making a cut to the inside. Nobody found him. Eventually turned into a Dan Purse turnaround jump shot from 11 feet. Steal, keeping the ball alive, Austin Wood. There's a kid who came to play, Austin Wood, the senior point man for the Broomfield Eagles. Wood to Purse. Seen this play before. Back over to Purse. Soft little touch. Purse now in double digits in the scoring column. He's got 10 in the game. Golden fans, quiet. Reasons justifiable. Certainly had a great start. Nice rush to begin this game. Now their Demons have suffered 12-0 run in the second, 10-0 run in the third. Down 13 with under 3.5 to play in the third quarter. Inside pass deflected away by Spencer Reeb. Austin Wood left alone again. Can he get it up and over? No. Chacho disrupts it. Down the floor. The attempted pass from Ricard all the way down to Tyler Olson. Transition defense good. Ricard loses his man. except for takes too many steps and it'll be a turnover. Hands on the hips and shaking heads, not a good thing for your basketball squad. And that's what we're seeing from a couple of guys from Golden right now. Unable to solve what exactly has happened to them after such a strong start. Nice move, Spencer Reed. He's now got 8 points in the game. Lead up to 15 for Broomfield. Jordan Johnson working against Wood. Wood has been attacking Johnson throughout this contest. Chacho trying to work his maneuvers, eventually backs up, elevates, gets off the shot from just short of the free throw line. Gets one in. Chacho, 6 points in the game. Golden's leading scorer at 14 a game. 8 points under. Boys, Dan Purse had himself a nice game, just making cuts, keeping his hands up and his eyes open for feeds from guys like Wood and Keene. Purse now has 12 points in the game. Tyler Olson jacks in a jumper. His first field goal of the contest. Wood crossover, then spin. Makes the pass over. Angarado. Switch it out to the outside. And Purse mistimes his jump with the extra bounce off the rim. Olson tries to make some things happen underneath, and Broomfield will keep the basketball. Keene will come into your picture. There he is, 1-5. Evan Keene, the 5'10 junior. He'll start the play from underneath his own basket. Way up top and over to Little. There's Keene. Little. To the interior and then back out. Good ball movement. Angarado keeps the basketball. Keene in trouble. Finds an open man. Jump step into the inside. Is that Purse once again? Yes, it is with the offensive rebound. Sends it up top. Broomfield's got time. And they're doing a great job working the ball around. It helps, too, once you put one up, you got a guy like Dan Purse. Go and get that rebound. Keep this possession, which is pushing 2 minutes. We're under 40 within the quarter. Another offensive rebound. Evan Keene this time, and then back to the outside. Angarado. Reset up top with Brandon Little. Now Keene. Lengthy possession. Deflating psychologically to your opponents with a 13-point lead. Now they're going to hold out for a final shot. Keene working around with Hill. Eventually leads to a steal from Chaco. Gets hit. That stings in a couple of ways. If you've ever been hit in the quad with a knee, that hurts a lot. And I think that's what happened to Chacho there. He seems like he's fine. But the referee calls the whistle, and we're going to have a final shot. Angarado's got the basketball. He's going to have to release it from three. No good back of the rim. We won't get a final shot, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. You hear the Broomfield crowd. They're pleased. Seem to be on their way to moving to a Final Four appearance, but we've still got 1 quarter of play and a resilient, exciting Golden Demon squad to get through. 13-point lead for the Broomfield Eagles. You're watching the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV.
Be an actor, writer, or scientist. With small class sizes and caring faculty, your great story begins here. Adams State College offers state-of-the-art classrooms and an adventure program that rocks your world. Our affordable tuition and close campus community enriches the lives of a diversity of students.
Helping you, inspiring you to be your very best. Adams State College. Great stories begin here.
The Grade 8 on CHSAA TV, brought to you in part by the Colorado Preps Network. In-depth coverage of every state tournament Every game in all classes. That can be found on the Colorado Preps Network. Quickest results, updated tournament brackets at coloradopreps.com. The Built Ford Tough Scoreboard Show, recapping all the action Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 9 to 10, including this evening on the Colorado Preps Radio Network. Final quarter, 8 to go for Golden. They got to find a way to diminish this 13-point deficit. Outside shot from Hill. Loose ball in the middle. Boys fighting for it. Chaco, Colin Jensen saying hello. See Colin Jensen having a discussion with the referee. I think non-verbally the answer is you're a senior now. Handle it. Turns out very well for Broomfield. Austin Wood on the nice feed from Angarado. There's a layup and good. Wood with another bucket. He now has 9 in the game. Johnson in trouble. Eventually down low to Brad Chacho. Gets hacked and he'll get 2 at the line. As you can tell by the score, it's not like Broomfield likes to run with the basketball, but when they get their opportunities, boy, do they take advantage. Exemplified previous possession. Angarado gets loose ball down the floor. Austin Wood just puts it into 5th gear, makes a charge towards the bucket. Angarado with a sweet feed. Wood converts. And now a 15-point lead once again for Broomfield. They've been comfortable for most of the second half after being down midway through that second by 7. Golden started out very strong, but things have changed. Chacho got 1 at the free throw line, then a stop defensively for the Demons. Now Nate Hill will try to work it around with the left-handed dribble inside to Ricard. Ball fake. Up and good for Ricard, who now has 10 points in the contest. Johnson applying pressure against Wood. Too tight to the backside, whistled for the foul. Still nobody in trouble in terms of team fouls. Wood driving. Angarado, 3-point shot. No good. Long rebound. Out to the point man. And these things have been happening. Not so much early in the game, certainly on the back end of the second quarter until this point. Some of the little things where Johnson gets a long rebound, has to get around his own teammate. The ball hits the toe of his shoe and bounces out of bounds. Turnover of possession. Angarado waits. Little's been spending some time up top lately. So is Angarado, as Broomfield tries to eat that clock. Perhaps a bump. Doesn't matter. Works out well in favor of Golden. Ball goes out of bounds. So things even out with the basketball gods after Johnson bounces the ball off his foot out of bounds. Sort of the same thing occurring for Broomfield, and so it'll be the Demons bringing it up the floor. Chacho from the three-point area. He's going to make the drive. Comes strong. Ricard with the offensive rebound on the putback. He gets tapped on the wrist, and now he'll get 2 shots at the line. This actually will work in favor of Golden if they can keep picking up points from the free throw line, because clock not moving. Scoring points, clock not moving, you're down. That's certainly to your advantage if you hit them. Broadcaster's jinx. My bad, Austin. I'll shut up and let you shoot the second. Ricard. Short, but it rolls over the front of the rim. So now an 11-point deficit. And Dan Purse scores again. He has had himself a strong ball game, Dan Purse. Lead back up to 13 for Broomfield. Up top, Leonard Holland. Evan Keene's in his face, and eventually they find Ricard in rhythm and elevates. Boy, is he dangerous. And we got another year of watching Austin Ricard play basketball for Golden High. All the way down the other end, Austin Wood, passionate reaction. And one. Officials deliberating, and perhaps did he get the bump before the ball went up? You can't see the scoreboard, but the points have not been placed up there. Now they have, so that's a 2 for Austin Wood. And he has hustled his way into perfect spots on the floor and found a way to score baskets. Austin Wood now with 11 points in the game. You thought Golden was perhaps going to put together the comeback as they scored 4 in a row. 3 of those coming off of free throws with no time running. But then another Purse bucket around the basket. He's made a living down there. And then Austin Wood knifing through with defenders not exactly ready and in position, victimizing that D of Golden. And as you can see, Austin Wood sitting out there, a technical foul called. And I apologize, I don't know the exact call, but my instincts would be flagrant foul, bucket good. Austin Wood makes the free throw attempt on the technical, and now you will see Broomfield retain possession of the basketball. Coach John Anderson for Golden over on the left side of your screen up top, grouping up his Golden Demons on a timeout. Final game of the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV, 4A Boys Hoops. Brought to you in part by the Colorado Farm Bureau. They handle your auto, home, and life insurance needs locally with agents throughout the state of Colorado. The Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance, real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance. And to validate what was coming out of my mouth, Jeremy Weathers, Jacob Reyes, nodding their heads, validating what I said, that yes, it was a technical foul called, a flagrant against Austin Wood on the drive. He was good for the 2. Broomfield got the possession after Austin Wood hit that free throw, but now a turnover. And Golden has the basketball. Certainly they have to find a way to get back here for a chance to move on to the Final Four. Working with primacy, they like to find a way to get a couple of buckets and get their community back involved here vocally in this gym. As we're on the campus of the Colorado School of Mines here in Golden, not far from Golden High. So a 14-point lead as the pace has slowed down with a few whistles and a technical foul in this 4th quarter, midway through. Recapping what has occurred already today, and very exciting day in Class 4A and 5A basketball that's presented here on CHSAA TV. Starting with 5A over at the Denver Coliseum, the Arapahoe Warriors with a 55-53 victory over Thunder Ridge. They moved on. The Warriors are in. Highlands Ranch, 66-55 over Mountain Vista after being down at halftime. The Rangeview Raiders are through into the Final Four with a 1-point victory over Cherry Creek High School. Talking with my colleague Corey Lopez, Cherry Creek had a possession as Chacho hits a bucket The Bruins had a possession the final 30 seconds of the game and did not get a shot off to finish the contest. Thus, the Raiders of Rangeview moved on to the Final Four. That's 5A. Dan Purse on the runner. No good. Trying to go get that basketball, as you would expect. Evan Keene. Not one of the big boys, but certainly a lunch pail kid for sure. He's got a little toughness to him. As I have just gone through 5A, our finals already in from this location. Valor Christian 53-52 over Kennedy. The Eagles are into the Final Four. Sierra 65-63 over De Evelyn. The Stallions in the Final Four once again. Lewis Palmer, easy over Pueblo Central, 72-46, and this is our final game from Golden. Ricard to the inside. Gets fouled. Despite the noise level calming down dramatically, and the body language you see from each squad, Broomfield feeling good, Golden a little bit puzzled. Ricard hits both of these, and now the lead is even at 10 for Broomfield. The Demons are within 10 points. They can make a stop, which they just did, forcing the turnover. If they can get a field goal here, they'll have 4 minutes or so to play. And they've got the lead, or the deficit for them, Golden, trimmed down. We'll see. Johnson comes up, gets it over for a three-point attempt to the outside, and that's exactly what happened. And who wants to settle for a field goal? Leonard Holland with the three-pointer. And now we're at 53-46. So a 9-0 run for Golden has them within 7 and plenty of time to play, especially when you got guys like Jordan Johnson, Leonard Holland, Nate Hill, Ricard, even Chacho that can jack up three-pointers and pick up points quickly. So again, 9-0 run right now in effect for the Golden Demons as Broomfield sets up in the half court. Keene up top. Wood now gets the basketball with Tyler Olson checking him. Wood shakes him easily, but you can see the Eagles trying to work that time clock. And they're going to stay up top, force the issue. Better bring them out. Saw Leonard Holland maybe come up, and interesting. The way Brad Chacho came up on Evan Keene and fouled him, that had the look of what you might see in the last 30 seconds of a ball game. Coach John Anderson had an extra foul to give, did so just to maybe stop that keep-away game of Broomfield for a little bit. The next foul will put second to fall in. Something like that happens, you know, on this night, it's all good for Austin Wood. So he stops the 9-0 run. Wood with another field goal driving through there. We get a foul away from the basketball. Yes, it was. Chacho trying to work to the inside, runs over a Broomfield Eagle, and the whistle blown. Keene gets by Nate Hill. No help behind Hill. Keene surprised, as a matter of fact, that he gets a free pass all the way through the lane and a basket. Well, a quick stoppage of play to get Golden's point guard back out there on the floor. Getting to the inside, Nate Hill gets up. What great defense from Angarado. Rare moments when you're going to see Nate Hill try to elevate and get his shot blocked. He's got great jumping ability, very athletic. Here comes Wood back inside, and who's going to clean it up? Spencer Reed gave it a shot. Here comes Golden. Ricard's going to take that outside shot from 3. That's no good. Angarado with a strong rebound, and he gets fouled. He'll shoot. So Angarado will be in the 1-and-1 situation. Leading scorer for the Eagles at 12.5 a game. In this contest, he's got 9 points. Working from the stripe to get 10 and 11. True on the first. And the release, good on the second. Angarado now 10 in the game and a 9-point lead for Broomfield. Keene called for the foul. Both squads enjoying the bonus, which is why you see Nate Hill up at the line. All indications are that we're going to see a lot of free throws to finish off this thing. Golden's going to have to slap people around in order to stop the clock. The Eagles, playing tight defense, might commit a couple of fouls. Also because of Golden's threat from the outside, the Eagles may elect to work the numbers and put Demons on the line. At most get 2 instead of the long 3. Certainly that would persuade them. The steal by Riccardi, jumps up and baseline fadeaway. That's his money shot, but it doesn't go in. Now Chacho reaches in across the half-court line as Wood comes up, and exactly what I was talking about. Austin Wood will now shoot free throws. Now updating the score, a 14-point lead for Broomfield. And 15 with a pair of free throws from Austin Wood. He hits 2. Wood now with 5 field goals, a 3-pointer. 16 for the game. Austin Wood. You got 10 from Angarado, 7 field goals. Most likely, if we look back at the tape, Dan Purse hasn't taken a shot from outside 5 feet. And he's got 14 points to lead these Eagles. It's Chacho. This is the front end of his 1-and-1 situation. 2 minutes left to go and another foul. And this is what we will see the rest of the contest until Golden concedes and allows the time to tick off. Down 15 certainly is not looking good for those Demons who've made such a remarkable run. Again, we're talking about a squad that finished 5th place in their league. We're up and down all season long, but you could tell they've got the personnel. Just sometimes got to put everything together. That's why they call it team ball. But they certainly have, during this 4A state basketball tournament, to make this run to get to the grade 8. Started off really well. Had a nice lead at 7, 23-16 in the second quarter. But then came the Broomfield Eagles. And that's really where the story begins for the Broomfield Eagles. A 12-0 run in the second quarter. And then another 10-love rush at the start of the third. And Broomfield has enjoyed a double-digit lead, no less than a double-digit lead, throughout really the middle of the third quarter into where we are now. As you see a timeout on the floor, Coach Anderson, some final discussions. Grade 8 on CHSAA TV, brought to you in part by Bank of Colorado. Enjoy the difference a family-run bank deeply rooted in Colorado can make in your life and community. They still believe in the personal banking relationships. Bank of Colorado, distinctly different and distinctively Colorado, the way banking should be. Now we're starting to have folks rise up from their seats, and they are conceding. Got a nice crowd here for the 4 games. Certainly helps when you have programs that are very near this campus at Colorado School of Mines. One of them definitely being on the floor, and the Golden Demons. Devlin was involved. Broomfield's not too far. The boys program, things not looking good for them. Golden High School, though, enjoying a very fine season in high school basketball. Coach Mike Mendoza and his girls, 18-8 overall in the season, will play tomorrow night against Pueblo West. They are involved in the grade 8. They are also kind of an underdog Cinderella story, being a 6 seed, but they've gone through and they'll play tomorrow against the Cyclones of Pueblo West. Demon girls led by Kylie Santos. So a lot of these kids out there in maroon and black as Chacho drives and gets the bucket will be back here to root on the ladies. As we just ride it out with 90 seconds to play. If we were to go ahead and say Broomfield is in, which would not be a stretch considering the score and the time left on the clock, Broomfield would move on to play another number 1 seed in the Stallions of Sierra with Big Wesley Gordon. On the other side of the bracket in the Final Four up at the CU Event Center in Boulder next weekend, Lewis Palmer, also a 1 seed, would take on the Valor Christian Eagles. The Eagles being a 2 seed. So 3 1s and a 2 are through to the Final Four if the outcome that we expect occurs, which certainly isn't a stretch to think it wouldn't happen, with Austin Wood back up at the line, 15-point lead for the Broomfield Eagles. In 5A, Arapahoe, Highlands Ranch, Rangeview in a wide-open classification 5A this year. All moving through. Chaparral, my last score at halftime, had a 15-point lead over the Columbine Rebels. The Wolverines, this may be the year. They've had the talent for the past couple of seasons, led by Corey Calvert, who's on his way to play basketball at Brigham Young University. Josh Adams going to play T1 ball at Mountain West's Wyoming Cowboys. Coach Rob Johnson. Could this be the year they get through? It certainly seems to think so. So that would leave Shap, Arapahoe, the Ranch, and Rangeview in the 5A Final Four. Wood back up there collecting points. He's got 18 in the game. Now 19. Certainly with Broomfield and whatever Coach Dunn's going to do after this ball game, I know celebration's going to be a big part of it. If they're going for pizza pie down the block, biggest slice, maybe that goes to Austin Wood for what he's done this evening. Now 20 points in the game. As we wind down the final few seconds, under 50 to play, whistle blown. Johnson on top of Austin Wood. Frustrations? You can see these boys have worked hard. And they've attacked each other too. Especially the smaller guys, the backcourt guys, like Wood and Johnson. Keene and Hill. Non-starters starting to check in for Broomfield. I mentioned the Golden ladies are going to be playing tomorrow night. To nobody's surprise, if you've been following hoops in this state for the last decade, Coach Mike Kroll's Broomfield Lady Eagles will be playing tomorrow night. They are in the grade 8 and pushing for what is an already unprecedented 5 straight titles, trying to get a 6th in a row, which is just unimaginable. But Mike Kroll's girls still alive. They'll play Air Academy tomorrow night here on this floor in the grade 8, going for a 6th straight title. And to reduce my professionalism, that's just nuts. Final few seconds ticking off. Season coming to an end for the Golden Demons. A great run for Coach Anderson's crew. Got to be proud of themselves. Right now, you know how it is. We're guys, right? Nobody wants a pat on the back. Doesn't feel good right now. But after a couple days, they'll realize they did something pretty magical. And then you got guys like Austin Ricard who are going to return. It'll be the swan song performance here for Jordan Johnson and Leonard Holland, Nate Hill, and Brad Chacho. As Ricard hits 2, and I believe I do have a final from the Denver Coliseum in Class 5A, 15-point victory. Chaparral, a winner over the Rebels from Columbine, 76-61. My colleague Corey Lopez is texting me. Yes, Josh Adams with another huge dunk. Josh Adams, a 6'1" guard with unbelievable hops. Because of his size, certainly enjoyable to watch. He can elevate, and he is forceful when he gets up near that rim. And then you add some of the other guys like Will Keyser for those Wolverines and Corey Calvert. Strong performance. Congratulations to Coach Rob Johnson and his Wolverines moving through to the Final Four for the first time ever for Chaparral High School in 5A. Final seconds ticking off. Some new guys out there with neat socks. Those Nate Roylance with the bright yellow. Give him the ball back. Let him take a shot. Go ahead. Release. Put it in. No touch. Doesn't go through. It's okay. You got an attempt. And that'll do it. After a very strong start for the Golden Demons where they were leading midway through the second quarter, Broomfield makes a couple of huge rushes and eventually holds down the fort for pretty much the entire second half and comes out with a convincing victory. The Broomfield Eagles, the last entry into the Final Four. We can go ahead and put them in ink into the Final Four. Sierra, LP, Valor, Broomfield, they're all in after the Eagles win. You're watching the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV. Just wrap things up here with some point totals. Just go ahead and do that. Starting with Golden, who finishes off their season at 17-10 overall. So here, a nice round of applause for all those Golden Demons. Austin Ricard led the Demons. Hit a couple of three-pointers. 18 points for the game for Austin Ricard to lead his crew. Nate Hill with 9 for the game. 9 points for Brad Chacho. Leonard Holland with 8. 3 for Jordan Johnson. Tyler Olson with a field goal. And looking in the scoring column for the Broomfield Eagles, well, 3 players really stand out, starting with Austin Wood, of course, with 20 points in the game. Fouled a lot, picked up a lot of free throw makes toward the end of that ball game. Nick Angarado with a total of 11 points in the contest, and then loved the effort of Dan Purse. Didn't do much in the fourth quarter, wasn't so much needed, because they didn't have to hustle so much. Working down low, finished with a total of 14 points in the game. Correct that, 16 for Dan Purse off the bench. And now the Broomfield Eagles move to 25-1. That's 22 consecutive games. They have finished with a victory, and they are into the Final Four. Congratulations to the Eagles of Broomfield, along with, again, in Class 4A, the Lewis Palmer Rangers, the Stallions of Sierra, and the Valor Christian Eagles. That's your Final Four. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. Alongside Kevin Schaefer, Jacob Reyes, and Jeremy Weathers, I'm Marty Cesario. Thank you so much, and we'll see you up in Boulder for the Final Four. That'll do it, and good night from the campus at Colorado School of Mines. This has been the Grade 8 on CHSAA TV.